Welcome back to the Titanium Hanger. This is Mike, and actually the weekly news review for January 4th, 2026. I know I'm going to say 25. One of these weeks, you'll catch me. But, of course, there's all kinds of news this week. Not as heavy as last week, and maybe that's just okay. But let's be in touch with these toys. Warships. He-Man Master of the Universe, maybe they've jumped the shark. Maybe people are Motu'd out. I'm a bit Motu'd out. But they still look fantastic. We'll look into what's new this week. Yes, I'm going to talk about wrestling news. And I'm going to give Kyle Peterson a run for his money when it comes to this. I know nothing at all about this, but I'm going to sound like I do because I'm reading it from a script. Haha. Storm Collectibles is making this Son of Ogre Baki? Orgy Baki. Did I pronounce it right the first time or the second time? We've got more information on this JFS Robocop stuffs. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's back. Bad? Double up? Or maybe we combine to save money? I don't know. There's a bunch of other stuff, but actual Star Wars news this week, but in case I didn't drill it home to you, I hope everybody had a very, very merry Christmas and a very, very happy New Year. And yes, there is Star Wars news. Shocker. Coming up. What's new at Shozy Store? We got the Zeta Toys EX05N ARC RC cartoon color version. I love Shozy because they literally spell it out for you what this thing is. But it's $50. Cheaper than it was in pretty much any other iteration. $5.40 shipping. Toys Star BXL1 Transformers G1 Metroplex knockoff fourth party item. It is $46.99 with a $9 shipping. And here's the thing. So you're looking at like $55 to get this thing if you're in the US, depending on where you live. I don't need this because I spent $88 completing two. So I had two in different variations of completeness, but I'm pretty sure it'll have that tiny little gun that you need if you need it. But if you want a complete one and minty fresh and new, KO is the way to go. And then this one here, I'm using a picture from Spicy Animation, but Robot Toys RTD01R, meaning that it is a 6-inch masterpiece. Believe it's masterpiece scale. And it's Beast Wars Lord Ventagon, Scorponok Red translucent version. Looks cool. I'm tempted, but you know it's going to be like $85, I believe. $1 down, $4.40 to ship. Before I go any further into the masterpiece transformers and all that kind of stuff, I want to remember Albert Pinello. This was a huge shock that right now, you know, Mask is big. There's a lot of stuff going on with Mask. He made probably the best page at the time and still holds up today as a reference source for Mask. He was working to get the Mighty Orbots. Is that what it was? Mighty Orbots. And there is still a crowdfund for that going on right now, but he passed away, I guess, this past week. Shocking. And it's one of those things that someone from the community passes away, but it's an absolute shock. It's like, I didn't know it was a thing. There was an issue. And I'll tell you this, the site went down for about a week or 3 days or something. And I checked on it because all this stuff going on with Mask, and I keep referring to it, and it went down, and I was like, what happened? And it came back up, and I was like, I was probably some little glitch in the Matrix or something along the way. But maybe that was a sign of maybe he was in the hospital or something. So it's really, really sad that this gentleman had passed away. And here's the weird part. This is just a small fraction of what he's accomplished in his life. So a little moment of silence for Albert Pinello, that maybe not a lot of people know about him, but he's made a huge impact on the mass community. All right, so Touch Toys is putting out pictures of the Type 055D Destroyer Destagon on Weibo. And this looks absolutely amazing. I mean, they've done some really good work in the past, and these warships kind of combine also. And with that, some really amazing work they've done. Let's see what this looks like in ship mode, and that is fantastic. They've done great work. The weird thing is, the bots look cool, the ship looks amazing, and they combine. It's mind blowing. It's huge. It's really huge and very detailed. So, I mean, I actually like the ships better than the bots. And I haven't bought these. I'm not in on this. This is just like out of my scope, but it's still amazing to just be in awe of. And we've gotten to see, is this the Bango Toys? Bango ate my baby. The BT0801 Hertz Galileo Combiner, and looks good. Stylized, it works. I mean, everything in collecting has to do with your own preference. And I can deal with a stylized Computron. That's just me. That's the way I look at things, and maybe I'm wrong in that, but you know, for me, I'm not wrong. Here's the alt mode, and a lot of people have actually said that they feel like Computron is a lesser of a combiner, like less popular than some of the other ones, and so that's why there's not a lot of competition. Well, there's competition. Fans Toys has thrown their hat in the ring, and they're hoping to block this. People are telling me no, they don't care. They don't view Bingo Toys as an issue. Let me tell you this. I've seen Fans Toys stuff on clearance. I see Fans Toys stuff not selling out right away like it used to. They view everyone as competition. That's a fact. They are not going to be like, oh, Bingo Toys is nothing. They're blocking Bingo Toys, trying to block DX9, trying to block anyone they can, and they're going to do everything they can because they're Fans Toys. At the end of the day, there's only so much money to go around, and the bot blocking is strong with the Fans Toys. They might have got me, though. I might be canceling this. But if you want one, I guarantee you this will come out before Fans Toys completes theirs. So that's why I haven't canceled it yet. All right, so Big Mac Toys is supposed to be making a 30-inch tall Metroplex. From my memory only, because sure as heck doesn't have information in here about all of this, but this thing is not going to be like, it's bigger than Titan class, but smaller than the new kind of masterpiece versions of Citybots, and that's what's going on. Now, do I need it? No. Do I want it? I'm very interested and curious. If this was Metroplex, I'd be hyper interested in a Metroplex. But, you know, Ford Max is kind of my second favorite. Anyway, depending on price, I probably will pick one up. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, dude shaking the hand gives you an idea of how big it is. But then again, not everybody's hand's the same size, so not everybody really can gather what they need from that picture. Hopefully more pictures soon. At one point in time, I had my mind around all 7 Devastators going on right now, but forgot Mecha Invasion's a thing. I just spaced it. And people are like, dude, Mecha Invasion's in that picture you're talking about. Mecha Invasion Giant Legion box, truck, and drill support vehicles coming in 2026 to make theirs look more G1 accurate. For those of you who are like, well, I like Fans Toys, I like Transbots, I don't like $1,200 to $2,000 on a combiner, so maybe I just want an option cheaper. I think that's what this is, and it upgrades it to make it taller, bigger. Really want to see, well, I want to see side by sides of this and X Transbots and Fans Toys, and I kind of want to do it. And now that they've done this, I kind of want to get it. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's in the cards for me. Let's quickly look at what they did to say, well, okay, well, it's got to transform. These extra parts got to do something. And that's what they do. Well, they do more than that, I guess, but um, yeah, that's what they do. So I actually literally thought this was supposed to be an upgrade kit. Maybe somebody somewhere has this as maybe a 3D printed thing where it looks like it's all combining together. But this just literally links you to some Amazon for each one of these components to build the legacy one. Don't mean to throw, the Hasbro stuff in the middle of Masterpiece, but thought it was fascinating. I mean, this would be a really cool display if these parts, these kind of like electric combining parts, were a thing as an upgrade kit. Maybe it is somewhere. I missed it, but it looks really amazing. And like Voltron, this would be a perfect Voltron upgrade kit if they made it. All right, so Fans Hobby is just repainting their Prime, the MB-15F, the White Naval Commander, combined with MB-15. So there it is. If that's a thing you're interested in, like a reissue with a different color, they call it F with the F, and yeah, it looks like I've seen this 8 times. This thing is called Kang Toys Trans-Age Zerg Squad Bergian TA HCZ003 Sordian. So let's just call it Sordian for short. And Maximal Heart, Spicy Animations, NZ, all that stuff. Looking fantastic. Pretty cool. I did get one of these. I kind of feel like this is up like the Insecticon realm. Am I wrong? This is getting into sort of a Skabanak of Beast Wars in a way. But, it's a thing. I think it's MP. Speaking of Masterpiece, I mean, literally, this is the most important part of any review for what's coming up with this Arnhide and the Ratchet from Fans Toys. So X-Transbots MX-49 Ron, MX-48 Ratliff, and then Fantastic Model FM Warhorse, Doc, and Hasbro's failed attempt at trying to make these figures and forced us to have on our shelves for like a decade of nonsense. But looking at these, I will not give you my thoughts till I make my video, and my video is going to be very similar to this in a way. I have I've been thinking about it for 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, how I'm going to address this. Paint chipping issues, I will go into all of that in my video, and I'm going to do an unboxing video to start it off, and I've got my thoughts, my plan, but which one's better? I mean, Takara's not even an option, in my opinion. I'll go into that in my video. Is it X-Transbots or Fans Toys? And will anyone else make another one? Probably not. Well, more on that coming up. All right, so we've got something called the Lasercat Toys Tiger Wing Pioneer Teaser JGMSZ03. Now this is... these are kind of like kiddie versions, in my opinion. Not quite chibi. Not quite serious for even a Hasbro collection. Tiger Wing Pioneer. But, I mean, if they showed the actual product, not the shadowy kind of reveal, then I'd have more to say about it. But from what I remember from Lasercat, I mean, they've done some cool stuff, but aren't these the guys that make everything turning into boxes? I don't know. All right, I'm trying not to get too far off course here. CT Toys, CT10, Super Leader, Masterpiece, still in the Masterpiece scale, Bayverse Trilogy, Optimus Prime, color version. So, feeling like a knockoff. CT Toys sounds like knockoff, and doesn't sound like I got a price or place to order or any of that stuff. And then it's really weird. I mean, I can't plan this stuff any better than this. Truthfully, when one figure comes out, it takes like a week for someone else to like pump their stuff. But no. The same day, Magnificent Mecha MMO2A 2007 Rise of the Fallen and MMO2B Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime color prototypes, additional images. It looks like just the same figure. Anyway, I'm not really that into the live action stuff, but I have representations, and I would like pick my favorite and say that's my one representation and get rid of the rest. But masterpiece scale, two of them coming. Maybe I'll get them both and decide which one I like the most. Maybe I'll get none. We're entering into the gray area of the news. I kind of view Missing Link as a cousin to Masterpiece because it's not G1 restricted. It's got more articulation, but it's size and a lot of Masterpiece. And some of the legends are the same size. Okay, so this is the new cartoon version on the outside, and then the toy version's on the inside of the Missing Link, Cliffjumper, Bumblebee. I probably should have got them. I mean, well, I probably still can. I don't know. I would love if these get a KO and I just get the KO version. I don't really want to spend that much money on second set, but I got the first set. I had no idea they were going to do this much redo with this. But at the same time, it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun if you're into it. And I love pictures like this because you can see, what you already have, what's coming, what do you like more. Probably the cartoon stuff's cooler looking, in my opinion. So there's a video with Yellow Park strutting their stuff with MK Mini Wave 3. Yellow Park is trying to, they're going out of their way to dominate the airwaves this week. And, well, from a marketing standpoint, as a marketing major in the good old college and no student loans over here, this is the right thing to do. You really do need to kind of blitz the world with your product, show them what's coming. I do have this coming, I believe, on the way, but this is that mixed wave, and I have mixed emotions. I believe this figure is a Botcon exclusive Ricochet. And now, I call him Rick for short, but I've already got the one from Aldi. I oddly already got that one. I do believe that this is the win. I'm not sure. I mean, at this point, I just don't know. I've already got one of this character. I don't need it. It's a BotCon exclusive. I'm glad they did it that way. So I'm like, I can pass. Easy pass for me. I don't need to mess with it. So I'm happy with that. All right, so now I got choices to make because I have the New Age 6-shot. So we're getting the Legends if you weren't paying attention, but Legend segment. And I'm going to do a versus. Instead of doing two separate videos, just do a versus. And I'm only going to do my favorite modes with the airplane and the gun. And I'm not doing like 24 transformations. What will it amount to if you're doing six, and then back? But anyway, I think these are supposed to be the toy look. I think that's the expectation. But this picture was presented by 928 Toys Laboratory, and the 2-pack is not exactly the same as what you would get if you bought them individually. So that was brought to my attention, so I got to point that out. But I still don't exactly know the difference, and I'm really not going to make the investments into finding out side by side what the differences are. Magic Square, their differences are very minimal versus like New Age, which it's just, they go ridiculous with 6 different versions of everything. All right, so Rising Force, who made their Legends Venusaur, now making a Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. And yeah, you might ask why, and I would say I don't know. People do this stuff not just for the money. They're not, so someone like myself who A is a marketing major, got an MBA, and I do have 24 years of business experience. I look at this stuff as purely a money-driven factor. I mean, especially with that loyal subjects mask, is pure money-driven. There's no love for the fans, and with this, it's pure love. Like, we want to do this, and maybe we lose our butts doing it, but we're gonna do it anyway. That's kind of how I feel when I look at this. Like, why are you trying? Just like, the people that say, Mike, why do you keep making YouTube videos? You suck. Okay. I keep making them anyway. You suck, Mike. Oh, man. I had to filter through all that and put that in a corner of my mind, all those messages. But here's the combined mode, and it doesn't look bad, but man, when Magic Square exists and it's Super G1, like, I look at this and I'm thinking, maybe it's true to the source material for Fall of Cybertron, but it's not true to me for what I want. And the Magic Square one is great. I don't know though. Are these easier to transform? I don't know. Maybe that's kind of the angle. Maybe they look like this because they're super easy to transform. Am I right? I've been wrong before. All right, I'm taking the super easy way out. All this Doctor Who stuff, that's just repaints and reissues. And I will say this. It's fascinating they're making it. I don't want to get into a new line. I think every one of these is really cool. But, they're doing the deluxe Insecticons like right in front of your face. They're just doing recolors of Sideswipe and Sideswipe and a recolor Scorch or Sweep. So, with all that, if you want the 2-inch, the like Sub Legends line, go for it. It says right here, Micro Master Scale. That's really what they call everything they're working on. So let's get into some Hasbro. I'm going to mix Hasbro with third-party upgrade kits. I know, I don't talk about upgrade kits much, but there's two that I will talk about. Legacy United G1 Universe Quake. Quake was a recolor of a Titan Returns figure. Now, I don't know if any of this carries over, but it does not look like it. It looks different to me. So I will be funneling those figures in the next few weeks, going through all of them, seeing what my son wants for his birthday. Hopefully I save. No, I'm not saving any money. We're spending too much. But anyway, looks good. Kind of cool. I heard of Quake. First time ever I heard of it. This character was the Titan Returns. And I had a ton of fun. That was when collecting Hasbro was fun. The figures were $10 at Walmart. You got all kinds of different variants, and it was like, oh, cool. Let me just get this weird one that's repainted different just for fun. And then now it's like $28, and you feel like you got cheated. Now, I don't know if all of this is connected. This one week, multiple people have been, for whatever reason, making their Hasbro G1 Devastator sink to a new low. Try to mimic the live-action Devastator in his on all fours, gonna get Cybertron up the rear. I don't know. I have no idea what started all this weirdness. And I mean, maybe this shows up somewhere in some media or animation. I don't know. And people want to replicate this, and I don't know. I don't get it, but there's that. Then someone's making an upgrade kit to combine the two. Give them some balls. Some wrecking balls. And I don't know. I mean, this is not something... I got this set for my son. And he got it for Christmas. He loves it. He's happy with it. There's no ball upgrade kit that's coming his way anytime soon. This is really strange. Fun that they put the pyramid in there. Good old Tmnt 978 Chill Review. He has put out a video for Transformers Devastation Wheeljack. And here's what I want to say. I think they put Wheeljack at 5, 6, 7, 8, 6 or 7 times. And here's the weird part about that. Hound's only been out twice that I know. Siege and that Earthrise 2-pack. I believe we'll get a Studio Series Hound. That's my prediction. I predict they literally will just put that, when they put in the 5-pack out, call it Studio Series. And there we go. Why do we have Wheeljack so many times, Hound twice? Maybe I missed another Hound in between. But this, I did not like the one that had for the first one. Was it Siege? And then the 2-pack was nice, but somebody offered me a stupid amount of money, like almost what the whole 2-pack cost. I was like, well, sure. I mean, I've got multiple Masterpiece Hounds. I don't need this, and so I don't have that. But my son has his. He loves it. I really think collectors out there, I mean, they really want that Hound. And Hasbro really needs money. They're struggling. They're reissuing anything that's not bolted down, and yeah, they must need some money. Anyway, check out T-Man's review, and if I'm right on Hound, feel free to come by and say I'm right. So there's supposed to be a KO of this Studio Series Megatron, and he's supposed to be $26. No, I don't find it on Show Z. I don't know where to order it yet. So as I find out where to order it, I'll get it. But does somebody happen to know where to get it? Because I'd get it for my son. Because I don't really collect this stuff anymore. But the KO for 26 instead of 60 is phenomenal. Then you could take and get your upgrade kit. Now, I'm not a big fan of upgrade kits. So before I go into this, if you spend like $4,000 a year on some Transformers, then you spend another 1,000 on upgrade kits, it feels like really weird, but it feels like you're taken advantage of by Hasbro and DNA. But this cannon is supposedly better and works with the blast effects. But yeah, I'm curious about that KO of this Megatron. And yes, my son is really clinging hard to the one that New Age made, and even though it's too short, he has made some really good things in his display to accommodate that. Now, this upgrade kit I think is worthwhile. Look at the left, look at the right. I mean, in every single case, I believe if you make the figure look superior, like this, it's worth it. And it's probably not $50 like all those DNA design kits, but Ratchet's Operating Studio, Upgrade Kit, Iron Factory, IFEX 44 City Commander Final Battle Armor. So this is not even just for Hasbro, it's for Legends, but pimp. Best I can say. What's showing up at retail? I mean, that's all that's going on with Hasbro. There's this with the Thundercracker, $43, $30 figure. I'm glad I'm tapped out of this and have no urge to buy. I could almost get a Masterpiece one for that price. So you get like 85 is a Masterpiece, 43 it's half price. Transformers Studio Series 2026 Devastation Bumblebee and Orion Pax is showing up, and some other stuff out there. But man, this is like killing me with the new price points. And you think, well, Mike, you spend $200 on a Fans Toys. This ain't no Fans Toys. To my UK friends across the pond, there's the Alpha Strike Center Force reissue at Forbidden Planet, and then there is Authentics Bravo Elita 1 Funko Pop. What? Retro Toys Thundercracker. Funko Pop. I thought they went bankrupt. What? They're still putting stuff out? Okay. I haven't seen a Funko Pop in a while around here, around these parts. All the toy shops have stopped taking Funko Pops for like 3 years now around here. And Target is probably the only place that I've seen stock Funko Pops. I don't even see them at Walmart's ever unless they're on clearance. And TFCon, Greg Berger is going to be there in March 13th through 15th. Again, I'm most excited about the third-party panel. The guests are fun, and if you want his autograph, get it. I mean, we've seen a lot of people pass. I'm not saying anything about his health. I'm just saying, my friend really got mad at me that the one year I didn't want to go to Dallas Comic Con and drive all the way down there, that Adam West died that year. And so you got to think about that. You want to meet your heroes. Well, you might be disappointed, especially if they pass away. All right, so I'm going to talk about Long, or he goes by Anson. And this guy has done more than any other human being on the planet to perpetuate the original retro style vintage Kenner Centurions. And since Centurions is kind of a thing that I hold near and dear, he's taking center stage with the Cybervore Shark and Cybervore Panther that he's working on. And I had no idea these should connect to Hacker or at the same time connect to Doc Terror. And I'm not sure if Kenner intended that. He just made this up on his own. But look at that. It looks like it was intended to be a foot. The tail to be a foot. I mean, I was blown away at the functionality he added. It still does more. Like, it rolls and the mouth opens and closes, and he's doing so much with the stuff. This is fascinating. Now, Ace at Ramen Toys is making a modern toy line, which is different than this. It's smaller. It's more in line with sort of modern aesthetics and stuff. I want exactly what Kenner would have done. That's like my top-notch goal in collecting. And Anson is bringing it to me, so thank you. And I'm in on all of these, and I'll make videos in my Retro Wednesday when they show up. JFS Toys is putting out more pictures of their Ann Lewis, and there's Ann Lewis, then there's the dude that got melted in the toxic sludge, and two versions of Robocop. So let me get a little official here. I'm just looking at pictures. Additional info and previews for Robocop Toxic, Emil, and Ann Lewis by JFS Toys. So let's go to the next picture, and we see a clean version of Robocop, which I'm okay. I stupidly passed on McFarlane's version of Robocop, and there's another version of Robocop. I should have just gotten them all so I could compare them. I mean, when I had the opportunity to buy those for stupid cheap, like $20 each, I passed on them. Now, these will not be that. These will be $50 to $66 a piece. Nobody knows the price, so we are there. But we've got some more pictures. Now, the updated news is we're going to get them in 2-packs. So the first set's Robocop and Officer Ann Lewis. Second is Battle Damage Robocop and this Toxic Toxie Emil and Tanowski. Oh! Here's another picture, another angle. Nobody else. Who else in the world is going to make this? NECA didn't make it. NECA was scared of this. NECA did not have the cojones to do this. And yes, this might be better than NECA's Robocop, by the way. Here's Battle Damage Robocop. So, I mean, at the same time, they could have just made one Robocop and swappable panels and faceplate and shoulder, and they could have done it, but they chose to not do it. But it is what it is. And I'm okay with that, but what's the price? So if they make 2-packs, would it be, if they're 66 a piece, but when they made is it a 5-pack? They're like 53 a piece. So would this be like 106 for a 2-pack? I mean, I don't think that's bad. But price will dictate their sales and their success. Masters of the Universe Origins Cartoon Collection 200X. No, 2000X. That, can you believe that's even a debate? It was 2002 or something when this came out. Wave 2 from Mattel. And you get Prince Adam, Skeletor, Zodak, and Clawful. And hopefully in editing I put the right picture in. Alright, so I'm going to switch to a different area. Stranger Things series finale kicks off. If you like Stranger Things, go watch it. Lots of Dungeons and Dragons stuff in there. I do believe they really did highlight Mercy on. but they didn't say Mercion. That's my belief. I believe they were talking about Mercion for a very specific reason in there, but there's other weird stuff that happened in it. It's strange. Hey, it's strange. We watched it, we enjoyed it, it was good. And then we've got Tron Ares lands on Disney Plus January 7th. So, ooh, I gotta tell my wife, don't cancel it yet. We get Disney Plus for like 2 months during the holidays and catch up on everything because there's just be honest, it's not worth it all year. So 2 months is all you need. Catch up on all of it. You're probably not missing anything, guaranteed. You're not missing anything at all. As if I care. McFarlane Collector Edition figures. All this stuff that's pictured that I don't know the names of will be available January 7th. It's weird, right? So, Tron Ares on January 7th. This pre-order on January 7th. Why is January 7th? It's Doc McBrown. Yeah, Doc Brown. Come over here and explain this whole time paradox to me once again. All right, a fan's collectible item that can make it easily displayable or play. This is the son of Orgy Dopo, Orochi. Special edition version, 1/12 scale, limited edition, Storm Collectibles, Baki Hamna. That means anything to you. At least he's a black belt, right? Put him with your Street Fighter figures. Put him with your Tekken figures. Who I literally forgot Tekken was a thing last week. All right, so we got new Frazetta Universe retro figures from Icon Collectibles available for pre-order on Shozy Store. Nerdzoic, $38 each. What a value! I mean, I look at like He-Man style figures and think they're worth $15 max. Struggle with that, and there we go. All right, so there's a new Muppet Show trailer released online, but there's a special event which serves as a backdoor Little Joe pilot for potential new series is scheduled to premiere on both ABC and Disney Plus on February 4th, which is today. Well, it's in the future, but I'm talking to you from the past, and I don't know how things are gonna go. So I mean, it is what it is. Speaking of not knowing how things are gonna go, Playmates Toys has lost the license for TMNT. I made a whole video about that, so maybe if you want some of my thoughts on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, and you know them losing the Playmates license, that's a big deal. Playmates losing TMNT license. Let's say it right. Yeah, titillating. It's a good time for a Star Wars. Okay, so we got these figures coming, I guess. This is the Black Series April Franchan Wave, whatever that means, and we can zoom in on this Jedi Master Dooku. Oh, very nice. Kyle Katarn again and again and again. Sister Inquisitor, 7th sister, and Quayla Voss. So, I mean, if you want those, I will super be excited to get these at Ross. Speaking of Ross, I think Brian Flynn from Super 7 was on with Veebs. He did go down a Ross rabbit hole, saying nobody wants their stuff to go to Ross, but it's a slight overproduction could put your stuff at Ross, and a slight underproduction makes your $50 figures worth $200. So it's a $100 variance here and there. I think it's like a 2,000, a 3,000 figure variant at least. Probably much higher numbers than we even know. No, this is just me being lazy. It's rid of yourself. Okay, there it goes. No, I mean, Vintage Collection May 2026 fan channel wave in hand of these. Tim over at Bosk Bounty on Instagram has posted in hand shots of the May 2026 Fan Channel Vintage Collection figures. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, if you're into all that, and there's an update. This is me being lazy again. You know, it's like dude, I can't do 7 hours of working on news. I gotta find shortcuts. Update Droid Factory Friday R5K6 now available, and this is Disney Store. If you want this, go get this. But yeah, I mean, Mask dominates this week. I'm not talking about it in the news because I made a whole video about it, but let me know what you think about this week's weekly news and review. What else is going on out there that I missed? I didn't ever hang around.